Hi, today we will understand what is a good strategy for implementation of web filtering. Again, the first thing is always the security policy. Do you have any policy which directs you, which dictates to have a web filtering in place? If there is no policy, then check with your security team. Okay, I don't have a policy, should I apply or not? But again, prudent man rule, you should always apply. Policy part, you can always have that discussion with the security team. But if you are a firewall engineer, you should always apply web filtering at least at a minimum level, at a default level. Okay, and then you can sit with the security team and see and discuss with them what category should be allowed, what category should be blocked. There should be also acceptable use of internet policy, which says that how you should use internet when you are in the office, because there will always be insider attackers. Insider threat, is the highest threat. So there is always insider people. They will find the way out to access the illegal content, right? So if there is a policy, you have administrative control. And if you find them with the help of your monitoring tool, you can ask them, guys, see, you have signed this policy and we have clearly mentioned that how to use the internet in the company. Okay, so you need to have that. Then you need to think about the whitelisting and a blacklisting. You cannot, of course, whitelist all the websites in the world. There are millions of websites, but what you can do them, you can categorize them. You don't need to categorize. There's a good thing that the vendors you're going to get, they already categorize for you. For example, there is a category of nude category, there's a pornography category, there is the malicious content category, there is a hacking category. So you can really think which categories you have to block and which categories you have to allow. Once you decide that, then you can create a policy and then you can publish it. Once a network engineer will have the policy, he can align his configuration according to policy, what is allowed and what is not allowed. Always use the policy as the baseline. You can always go with a strict implementation as a network engineer. You can say to security guys, okay, I have agreed with the baseline, but I'm going to use that. You can always do that. What negative thing can happen if you go a little bit strict? People will come back to you and they will say, okay, this is not working, right? They can also come with the business approval. So I would recommend if you are going to be strict with the security policy, even above the security policy, discuss with your management first, your manager, agree with them. Okay, we have to strict that, we have to block that. Even the user will come, we have to block it. For example, there is a remote access tool, MEadmin is a tool. You can say I have to block all the tools, but I have to only allow few tools, okay, like company's tool. But then you can have an argument, okay, but we don't have enough license, and if we don't have enough license, people have to support our employee, right? Then in that case, what you would do? You can say, okay, what are the most used tool? We will allow that as an exception, but not whole category, because there are tools you're not even aware, you never heard the name. A lot of new tools are coming into the picture. So you can really do the whitelisting of that. So here we are discussing about the web filtering. So the tools that I'm discussing, most of the tools are web browser driven. So you don't even need to install the application. So you need to define the categories. Once you find that, then you need to define the scope where you're going to apply the web filtering. It's common sense you will apply the web filtering towards the internet, right? LAN to internet, but you need to apply it for all kind of internet traffic, like server to internet, DMZ to internet, right? So you can restrict. Okay, if there is only one destination, don't apply the web filtering there because it doesn't make sense. You are only applying a destination as a one public IP. Your firewall will do the extra checks for everything that you apply in the policy. Once you have that in place, do not forget to configure the setting for the continuous update of the database, because again, if the database is not updated, there might be new URLs that are not checked by the old database because they are new, right? You also need to have the integration with the sandbox. If there is a new malicious URL and there is no signature with your firewall or any other tool, then firewall will send the URL to the sandbox. Sandbox will run the URL and check if that is a malicious or not. And then it will send back, and then user can access it or cannot access it. So always think about integration with the sandbox to have a 0-day protection. You can also think about showing the warnings to the people. There are some websites that you may think that, okay, I will not block them completely, but I would like to give the warning to the user so they have the data in control, and then it's up to them if they have to go ahead or they have to deny that. So that is also one kind of thing you can apply. You should always have a reporting in place, so you can send to the management team and show them, okay, see, these many people are using this category. For example, social media is not blocked. You can say these people are using social media for that long time, so management can think where is the most time going, right? So that's very helpful. Okay, I hope you like this video. This is a web filtering implementation strategy video. So see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye.